Altis, 167 miles of grueling victories and devastating defeats. Desperation and hope. Darkness and wonder. And you have been dropped right in the middle of it all. Welcome to Exile.
Hello and welcome back to this Arma 3 Exile Beginner's Mini Guide to Building. Here we will cover the very basics of building your first starter base. Alright, so you've just spawned into Exile. You've got basically nothing, and you've decided you don't want to lose everything every 5 minutes. So, let's build a base. Now, just to be clear, this is for PvE servers. So no, you don't need to hide your base in a bush halfway up a mountain like a paranoid gremlin. But that doesn't mean you're completely safe either. We'll get to that. Since this is PvE, your priorities are different. You don't need to hide your base, you just need it to work. Also, check your base radius in the XM8, because when you upgrade later, that radius expands. So if half your base ends up in the ocean, that's on you. First thing you need is a flagpole. You can grab one from the main trader, usually at the airport if you're playing Altis. Once you've got the kit and found the spot you want to build, open inventory, then construct, then pick a flag, then give it a name. Now, this flag is the center of your base. So don't just slap it down randomly unless you enjoy rebuilding everything later. Right, now we actually build something. Find an axe, hit a tree, logs appear, because video games. Next, craft a workbench. Place it somewhere sensible. Then craft a fireplace. Congratulations, you now have a base that's slightly less depressing. Now we start putting walls down. You can either eyeball it, or use snap mode. Snap mode will try to help you, sometimes. If something looks off, it is. Fix it now. Your first base does not need to be a fortress. If you try to build something massive straight away, you'll run out of materials, money, and patience. Storage is self-explanatory. Gear crates will work in a pinch, but swap them out for something with a lock ASAP. Now locks. Default code for a new storage lock is 0000. Yes, really. Change it immediately. Right now you're building with wood. Later, you can upgrade to concrete, which is much stronger. But for now, wood is fine. Now here's where PvE stops being relaxing. On many servers, once your base hits around level 3 or higher, you can trigger AI raids. And by raids, I mean AI dropping in, shooting at you, and generally ruining your day. So don't upgrade too fast. Don't build something you can't defend, and don't trap yourself in a tiny box. Now here's the bit most people actually care about. Your base also gives you access to the virtual garage. This lets you store vehicles, retrieve them later, and not worry about them disappearing. To use it, XM8, then virtual garage, and store vehicle. Then retrieve it the same way. Couple of important things. Vehicles spawn back exactly where you stored them. So don't store them inside buildings or tight spaces. And try to keep the area flat and clear, or things can go wrong. Let's just say physics in Arma 3 can be a bit creative. If it explodes, that's not our fault. This is your starter base, not your forever base. You'll rebuild, you'll move, you'll mess something up. That's normal. The goal is simple. Get a base down, store your gear, and stop losing everything every time you log out. Once you've got that sorted, then you can start getting fancy. So good luck. You're going to need it.